What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Yamcast. This is episode 37. We are really getting up there, getting closer and closer to episode 52, a whole year of the Yamcast. Today we have news from
Suzuki and again with Harley-Davidson.
Another piece of news from Harley. Then we'll do a little what's going on with Yammie and Spite because it was a surprisingly light week here. And don't add us with the Busa stuff. We know about the new Busa. You guys have to remember we filmed this way in advance of the news, so we are filming this before the big launch and reveal of the supposed Gen 3 Busa. So don't add us. Then we're going to be taking some call-ins from our boys over at Discord, and then we have the meme contest to end all meme contests. This one this week is special.
This one is special.
We are going to be roasting Toche, right? That's how it's
Toche.
Toche exhaust because they decided to add us on Instagram, and now it is my life's goal to destroy them. Toche, if you're watching this, I'm coming for you. You added the wrong motherfucker on Instagram. I'm gonna kill you. Let's get into it.
So first things first, I called it hashtag not my Busa because I'm not in love with the looks, but the main thing we wanted to say here is we are aware of the Gen 3 Hayabusa.
We know it's out there, guys. Now, again, we don't have the full specs on this. All we have is this leaked footage that supposedly is the Gen 3 Busa. Now, I'm still on the fence on whether or not it's real, whether or not this actually is the Gen 3 Busa. What do you think?
So, I could see it being some sort of fake, but it's also really high production quality, and it feels like something that Suzuki would put together.
Yeah, I know.
So, I could see this being a leaked image or a leaked video, but
it also matches their original leak that they did with the lights and stuff,
which makes me think that this is an intentional leak, that this is out to drum up performance or interest ahead of this thing, because they actually are doing something really cool, which is their global salon, their virtual salon. Which, if you don't know what that is, basically what they're doing is they've created a video game where you can go and hang out and see the virtual launch of the new Busa, which that is the first bike they'll be doing. They'll be doing it in 2 days. I think you need to get a special code from a dealership or something to get into the VIP area, but anybody that wants to can download the virtual salon and see the launch in person. Well, not in person, but as it's happening, which is pretty cool.
Pretty cool in a COVID world as well. And of course, Josh, being the Suzuki simp that he is he's got his avatar. He's literally waiting there with bated breath. He's already hanging out in the lounge and stuff.
Click and refresh.
So you said it's not your Busa, right?
No, I really do not like this look. It's not for me.
Yeah,
I get what they're doing. They're modernizing it. They're making it look more sleek, more
trying
angular.
to keep that same silhouette too, you know.
Yeah, but to me at this point, what they've done is they've just made a fat Gixxer 1000.
It kind of looks that way, you know. It's lost that kind of streamlined arrow shape, you know.
Yeah.
And the big question for me is, is it really a Gen 3 Busa or is it a Gen 2.5, like we were saying? Is it something that, new engine, new frame, anything like that? Or is it just new plastics and a new dash?
That's kind of what I'm thinking it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be new plastics and new dash, but again, I think that's what this is all about. This is just out there to get people like us talking about it on the Yamcast, which is coming out a little late at this point.
Yeah.
By the time this is going out, you will have already seen Hello to the Future, what the Gen 2 Boost or Gen 3 Boost is all about.
Yeah, and we will probably be making a full video just looking at it and checking it out. But as of right now, we don't have the information. But, I'm hoping that somehow Suzuki is going to drop a bigger engine. I want to see well above 200 horsepower because in a world where you can go to BMW, get an S1000 with 215, a Busa needs to make a lot of power. That's what it was always about.
Yep.
If you looked at when the first Busa came out versus the contemporary leader bike, it made like what, 30 more horsepower than a contemporary leader bike, the 1999 R1?
The 1999 R1 was, I think, at 140 at that point, 140 something like that. So yeah, about 35-ish horsepower more, 37.
I mean, I feel like the Gen 3 Busa should make H2 numbers, like a 240 or 250.
Yeah, if it still wants to be the apex predator, it needs to be fast.
Yeah.
It needs to be real fast.
It needs to be H2 fast, which, unless you really massage that engine, you're not going to be making H2 performance out of the Busa.
No, you might if you slap a turbo on it.
Maybe Suzuki's going to surprise us all and have a turbo on it, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. What if in the little dash screenshot they gave us, it just had like a boost meter in the middle?
Let's see. Maybe we'll get lucky.
I think it just has like a Suzuki dynamic thing, and it's like power, traction, lift control, engine braking, quick shifter,
boost.
which is cool. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't have a turbo or anything like that. I also see that it redlines at 11,000 RPM, just like the current Busa engine.
Yeah,
I'm telling you guys, don't get your hopes up for the Gen 3 Busa because I really think it's going to be a Gen 2.5.
Looks like it's got a quick shifter though.
Yeah.
So hey, there you go.
Hey, there you go.
But not my Busa, but we're gonna find out on Friday. So
we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Yep. We will see.
Short little thing there about the Gen 2.5 Busas we're predicting.
Yep.
But now I've got this one I'm calling OMFG Harley Stop.
We have to talk about Harley once again because here we go.
So now after new roads, rewire, they have now unveiled hardwire.
So this is the joke I told you earlier. I told you that I wish that Harley would put as much effort in their naming marketing as they would in actually building their bikes, because then they could maybe get somewhere. Right?
Yeah. Like this is ridiculous. So
they're like, check out this strategic plan. You're like, how many of these do you have, dude? Do something.
They have not completed one of these strategic plans yet.
No.
They've canceled and restarted one every time.
It's starting to sound more like Stalin's 5-year plans more than anything else.
Which this one's another 5-year plan. So, here we go. So this 5-year plan is focusing on investing in Harley-Davidson's most profitable segments,
aka boomer bikes,
selective expansion into new segments,
aka maybe making a new adventure bike and that's it. No, nothing else.
Yep.
Be careful.
Too scary.
Too scary.
Next is leading in electrification.
Okay, well, we thought that they weren't going to be doing that anymore, so that's cool.
Yeah, that is kind of nice. Right. Growth in non-motorcycle businesses.
Print those T-shirts, baby.
Then we've got connecting with customers. So
what does that mean?
They're just going to be slinging hot dogs on Saturdays.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yep.
And then inclusive stakeholder management.
Okay.
So that is their 6.5-year plan. Which sounds an awful lot like Harley's doing the exact same thing they're doing right now.
Yeah. One thing that I thought was interesting in this article was saying that Harley's goals from... Oh, scroll up a little bit. Sorry. Harley's goals from 2021 to 2025 include a mid-single-digit annual growth in revenue and a steady improvement in operating margin for motorcycle sales, as well as a double-digit growth in Harley-Davidson financial services. So, if you guys didn't know, Harley-Davidson makes a ton of money whenever people go to their dealership and they're like, you know what? You got a 540 credit score and no money down? We're going to get you on a Harley.
Yep.
I guarantee it. So they'll get you signed up for a 33% loan or some crazy shit like that for like 80 months. They can get you locked in on a bike, and Harley makes a lot of money from their financial services.
Oh, yeah.
So honestly, I think for them, if they're like, hey, if we can sell some bikes, that's cool too. But we're making bank selling T-shirts and loans.
I also love the fact that Harley-Davidson's bank is called Eagle Mark Savings Bank.
They can't name anything normal. The new paint scheme is called River Rock Black Denim. You are listening to the Harley-Davidson radio on 98.6 Butt Rock.
This is I can't believe this is where we're at. Where literally all of these points are exactly the same thing they're already doing. Yeah. So they're like, okay, we need to get people excited about the fact that we're not a sinking ship. So brand the sinking ship with "we're good, I promise" on the side of it.
I promise we'll make money. Don't worry.
Because this is really just this right here, investing in Harley-Davidson's most profitable segments is one of the worst things they could be doing right now.
Yep.
What they're doing is they're investing in motorcycles that they know their core customer base is buying, but that core customer base is going to disappear.
They are quite literally dying off.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they say here, there's a quote from Zeitz. Oh, shit, where is it? I'm going to look for it here. Here we go. Our new Revolution Max engine provides versatile platform. Yeah, here we go. This will provide us what we believe highly competitive and profitable path in a segment that expands our relevance to a great customer set beyond our stronghold offerings. So essentially they're like, okay, we're going to dip our toe in there, but I can't find the exact line, but he said along the way that literally they don't want to go against their customers because, hey, if you look at our key competitors, Indian, they're selling bikes to boomers and they're doing fine.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you look at Indian and they have the Scout, which is a badass bike that I've seen a lot of young people get behind.
Yeah, and it's a good bike, too.
It's a very good bike.
It's a good bike with a modern engine. I think the one funny thing about this, too, is there's like, oh, our new Revolution Max engine. I'm like, dude, other manufacturers just like pump out new engines all the damn time.
Mm-hmm.
Like Yamaha in 2014 was like, hey, check it out, we made a triple. People are like, that's cool. They're like, hey, check it out, we detuned the crossplane and put it in this other bike, and we made a single cell here, and we did this and that. Like, they have so many different engines they can put into stuff. Whereas it feels like Harley like makes one new engine. They're like, we're gonna put it in everything. Look how great this is. And it's like, you guys gotta be more diverse than this, man.
So it started out with the Revolution, which went into the V-Rod, and then they made the Rev X, which is in the Street Rod, the Street 750, and Street 500. And then they made the Revolution Max, which is this new thing that's in the Pan American, the Custom 1250.
Yeah.
Which people are speculating that this is going to be the new Sportster. Guess ain't no new Sportster. But the thing is it's not a great engine. It really isn't.
Yeah, I haven't ridden one, so I don't know. But
the Rev X is not a sporty engine. It's fine. It's good. It makes it actually makes close to 70 horsepower, but they keep putting them in these heavy, slow, poor handling motorcycles.
Yeah.
So even if the engine's great, you can't really feel it.
Yeah.
So they need to not just make a good engine, but they need to make a good bike to put it in.
Yeah.
And that's where I don't see them succeeding.
It was the Bronx.
It was the Bronx. That was their way out.
That was the way out.
They just just got scared, and that literally all of this electrification. Okay, fine, you're going to make a $30,000 electric motorcycle, and you're going to make $10,000 e-bikes. Oh, great!
It's so niche. Yeah.
No one really cares. I do want to ride a live wire, but I would never want to own one.
Yeah. No way.
And this growth of complementary business that's selling T-shirts, man.
Literally, dude.
Like Harley-Davidson at one point had a store on Michigan Avenue in Chicago that was literally just slinging T-shirts.
Yeah.
That is not where Harley-Davidson belongs.
Yeah.
It's they literally here have just created a, okay, we need to spin the bad things good. So give it a name. Give it something fun here.
It's a very American tactic if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Like we're really good at rebranding and remarketing things and putting a bow on a turd, basically.
Yeah. I think the most interesting thing here, the single most interesting thing, and it's one sentence, is that they are going to have a certified pre-owned program.
Kind of cool. Yeah.
That is actually nice. It is going to give a nice pathway into buying a Harley-Davidson, but they're still going to be like, okay, you get a Fat Bob instead of $18,000 brand new, it'll be $13,000 brand new.
Yeah.
Dude, that bike's still not worth $13,000 in my opinion.
Yeah, not really.
It's a good bike, but it's not when you can have an MT10 for $13,000.
Yeah.
Like that's, and of course,
now when you can have a brand new Scout for $13,000.
Oh, cruisers, you can't compare them to a sport bike, but
bro, think about it this way: the ZH2 is $17,000. Mm-hmm. It's so comfortable. Mm-hmm. It's so fast. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. This is a real shame from Harley, and I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah, probably not.
I
think we're just seeing the slow descent and spiral.
Yeah, they're just jettisoning everything that was cool, and they're like, all right, we need to stay solvent somehow.
Yeah.
And I think you were right when you called it. They were just going to make boutique bikes for for a shitload of money.
Harley's going to become like an MV Agusta. Mm-hmm. Honestly, they're going to become like an American MV Agusta, just making these really boutique bikes for a very select clientele. And that's about it. Because honestly, they've already stamped out so many motorcycles that younger people who are interested in Harley-Davidson have plenty of inventory to buy them from.
Yep.
How many used Sportsters are there out in the world? Thousands.
You can't swing a stick without hitting a used Sportster.
Yeah. So they're all out there if you want them. So, it is what it is. But yeah, we kind of dunk on Harley a lot here, and it seems like every other week we talk about them, but it's because we're American motorcyclists. We'd like to see them do better, and it's kind of a bummer when they don't.
Because they're the home team. It's like being a Browns fan.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's
like being a
sucks.
Tito Rabat fan, man.
Oh, Tito.
Just kidding. Tito's a world. If you guys, okay, look, all right, this thing, not to get MotoGP here, but everyone dunks on Tito, but they forget that Tito was a Moto2 world champion. He's a really good rider. He's going to WSBK next year. He's going to do great. But goddamn if he didn't struggle in GP.
Didn't he go straight to Aprilia?
Tito?
Yeah.
Tito was on a Ducati, I think. I think he was on the Avinci Ducati. Pretty sure he was.
Was he Zarco's teammate?
I'm almost positive he was. We can do a quick Google. But
Yeah, I think he was on a... We'll do that later.
yeah, we'll do it later.
But
So we have one last bit of news, and because we didn't have bike news, I guess we're doing what's going on with Yammie and Spite right here at the end.
Yep. So going on with you, why don't you start out? I think you've got the most interesting stuff going on.
Yeah, so this past Monday, it is today Wednesday, so 2 days ago, I was out at a member day at my local track here on my 675R, my race-prepped bike, and somebody dumped a bunch of oil on the track about a half lap before I got there, and I was on a hot lap. I didn't see it, and I tipped it into turn 8 at Harris Hill Raceway at about 110 miles per hour, top of third gear, and I completely yeeted my shit, is the industry term for that. And so my race bike is now in pieces. But it still turns on and runs, which is great. Say what you will about Triumphs. They are damn near indestructible.
After seeing the abuse that 675 has gone through,
Keeps going, man.
it just keeps going. It is legitimately impressive what that thing will take.
Yeah. So the frame, the forks, and the engine all appear to be pretty good. So I'm going to make it into a B bike, and I'm actually going tomorrow to pick up another 675R race bike. That's pretty good, honestly, because it has all the goodies I was trying to swap over to mine. So it's a good idea if you are into racing to have a B bike and an A bike. That way, if some shit goes wrong with your main bike, you have a backup bike that's set up about the same and all that. So that's what's going on with me for now. So I guess tomorrow I'm going up to Plano, Texas, and getting another 675R
Daytona
from a guy who owns like 11 motorcycles and is like, I don't need a third Daytona, so I'm trying to sell this one. Goes to show you who's into club racing, right? It's a bunch of rich old dudes. I think that was probably the most interesting thing that's happened to me lately. We went scrambling yesterday, which was a lot of fun.
That was a ton of fun.
We did some actually pretty hardcore scramble. We didn't intend it to be, but some pretty hardcore, muddy, kind of rocky, scrambly stuff with 3 bikes that were not really appropriate. You guys will be seeing that video tomorrow, if my memory serves correctly, for the schedule. So you'll be able to check that out. And so, yeah. Spite, what's going on with you?
Doing my first track day.
Hey, that's right.
On
Saturday. Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
It's a bummer I can't be there because I yeeted my shit, but I will be there on Monday when we're going to do the Gixxer 250 Yammie Noob team track battle, which is going to be awesome.
That is going to be ridiculous, that whole situation. But yeah, I got a suit. I've already got boots and gloves and a nice helmet, and I'm going to be taking the SMCR out there and just having a good time doing the intro class that they have. And apparently you were saying they were going pretty quick, so
yeah,
I guess we'll have some fun.
If you show the instructor you can keep up some pace, they'll definitely have some fun. They'll want you to follow the right lines. This is your very first day.
Yep.
They'll want you to just follow the lines and have some fun.
Yeah.
Let me think. watch out for. It depends on what orientation you're running, but just watch out for the bump at that apex that I was telling you about. I'll give a map up soon, and I'll show you the one that you cannot hit that apex. You will eat so much shit if you eat that. If you hit that apex, you're going down.
Fair enough. Yeah. It's
because I hit it on my bike and my bars did this, and I was like, okay, they're not doing that again.
I'm just really excited to take the Supermoto out there and see what it's all about.
Be fun,
like
man.
I just got the power commander on there, deleted the O2 sensor. The thing rips really hard right now.
Yeah.
And it should just be a good time.
It's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah. So
I think you're going to encounter the thing I encountered when I did my first track day is how physical it is and how tiring it is.
Yeah.
Because you're not used to on the street just constantly aggressively riding. Doing that for 20, 30 minutes at a time, your knees are going to hurt for sure. You'll be a little sore.
Yeah, I'm interested just to see what all happens. The suit is a little stiff right now. I've been told to get some leather conditioner on there to see if it'll loosen up. But at this point, I'm kind of just like, I'll wear it and see what happens.
I never conditioned my suit ever. And I've crashed in it 5 times.
and it just works fine.
It's fine. I don't think you need to do that.
Yeah, and I didn't get a shitty one. I got the A-Stars GP1, something like that.
That's a good suit. Yeah.
So
I feel like any A-Stars or Alpines or Dainese suit for your first one's great.
Yeah, I just did not want to get a Dainese cut suit because that would definitely be like
unflattering.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
They'd be like, I'm gonna need a size 94, please, in your specifications.
I'm legitimately a size 60 in this in A-Stars.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there is Spite sized, 6'4" ish, 230, you're a 60. So
yeah.
And that is the biggest suit they had.
Yeah.
It literally does not get any bigger.
And it's crazy because I'm more of that European fit, and I still have trouble fitting into some Dainese suits. They're still a little tight because they're all literally Josh sized. They're all like 5'8" and like 140 pounds. And I'm unfortunately 5'10", 5'11", about 170. So I'm a little bit bigger than the Italians. Which is a bummer. My power to weight could be so much better. I tell Josh all the time, I was like, once you get your skills up, you're going to haul ass. You're so light. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm just so stoked to get out there and just have fun. Because we obviously did the Busa at Coda joke video that just utter shit post. But, you know, I want to just go have some fun in a closed course and see what it's all about.
It's probably going to be like when we went dual sporting in Big Bend, where it was like, this is such an awesome new part of motorcycling that you can enjoy.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just a great time. It's just fun.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe I just end up ponying up the dough, and because it's right there. Might make sense to, who knows, get a membership.
I love Harris Hill, man. It's great.
Yeah.
Go out there on a Monday, have fun. It's awesome.
But yeah, that's what's going on with me. First track day coming. It's right around the corner, and I'm so excited.
Yep.
So
that's what's going on with us. That's a little bit of news. And now we're going to move over to the call-in portion of our podcast. Alrighty, guys, this is the call-in portion of our podcast. If you want the chance to call us in live on stream here, we do these live. We've got a bunch of people hanging out with us right here. Join on YammieNoob.co. Any tier you sign up for gets you access to Discord, gets you entries to win our bikes, and gets you the ability to hang out with us on the live Yamcast and just get a little bit more behind the scenes. Support us at a deeper level. It's a really fun time, and without further ado, Spite, launch that number.
Alrighty, guys, number is live. Feel free to give us a call.
Hey there, Cody. You're on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing tonight?
Good. What can we do for you?
I had a question. Well, first of all, hey, I love the content. I found your channel about 6 months ago. Videos are great, really entertaining and informative. Especially the one recently about people getting back into riding, because that's kind of my situation about 2 years ago. Nice. But my question I had is, and I sent a message earlier on the chat, I'm looking to upgrade to a better helmet, something in the $400 to $600 range. And I was looking at a Shoei RF 1200 or maybe RF 1400, the new one. And I was just wondering, what do you guys recommend in that range?
Man, that's a great helmet. You can't go wrong. Spite, if I'm not mistaken, you rock a Shoei RF 1200, right?
Yep, I wear an RF 1200 all the time. But I guess the main question is, what are you trying to do? What kind of riding do you do?
I mostly ride, just commute to work or just ride on the street. I'm in the military. I move around quite a bit. I'm in Georgia right now. So, I go on these like back forest roads, 2-lane state roads and stuff. Just, riding like that. Not like long distance. I'm not doing any dual sport off-roading or anything like that. So just a good street and kind of putting around helmet is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I put on, I was in Cycle Gear and I put on 3 helmets this week. Actually 4. I put on my RF 1200, then I wore a 1400, then I wore an Arai. What's your track day helmet?
Mine is a Defiant X.
The Defiant X. I put that on, and then I put on an AGV K6. And of the helmets, the AGV was the lightest. The Arai was the most plush. It felt great. The 1400, in theory, had the best airflow.
Hard to test in a cycle gear.
Hard to test in a cycle gear.
I love you just sprinting in a cycle gear trying to get the airflow
around at full blast. But man, I love my 1200. I absolutely adore them. I've had 2 of them. I actually need to get another one, and I'm debating whether or not I want to try for the 1400. But with the way I set up my GoPro and stuff, it's kind of hard to have the center flip up situation on the 1400. So I'd need to think about that a little bit more. But
yeah,
they're all great helmets.
Yeah, I'm with Spite on this one. I think anything from Arai or Shoei at that price point, you can find some really good deals. Usually it's going to be right between that $400 to $600 range, sometimes in the $550 range. Arai tends to be a little bit more pricey.
Yep.
That's the helmet I rock. I've got a Defiant X. Love it. Been using it for a long time. I've got an XD4 for street duty. It's the dual sport lid. And yeah, I would say go to a cycle gear and like really, it's all about the fit and how you feel when you wear the helmet. But all of them are, going to do the job really, really well. And that price point gets you an awesome, really, really nice helmet.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to take a look. It's the town I live in. There's not really a whole lot of dealership network, at least their inventory of helmets. So I'm going to have to make a trip over to somewhere that has a bigger dealer. We're kind of, I can't travel as much because of COVID and everything. A lot of people are in the same boat. So
you can just order from Revzilla, and if it doesn't fit, just throw it back in the box and
I've thought about that too. Maybe call them and say, hey, here's the helmet I have now. Here's the things I don't like about it, how it fits on my head. What size or what helmet you would recommend, like based on fit? If I wanted a 1200, or 1400, or
I give you an idea for my 1200. I wear an XL, and I look like I do. I'm 6'3", and my head is pretty fat, and I have a lot of hair. So.
I'm about the same size as Jam. I mean, head size, I have no idea, but
I got a huge ass peanut head, so I don't know, man.
What shell size do you wear in the Defiant X?
I believe it's a medium. I don't think I even hit a large.
Yeah, I think I was wearing an XL in that one as well.
Did I ever tell you about the DM I got about a dude that was looking for a 7XL helmet? And it just threw me for the biggest loop. I was like, 7XL helmet?
What kind of noggin do you got?
He's just a bobblehead. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, well, best of luck, man. I'd say also go to that Revzilla route. Just try them out, and I think you'd be in good shape.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks a lot. You guys have a good night.
All right, later. I just thought we don't really tackle gear like at all on the channel.
No.
It's funny. We get questions about it, but we really it's bikes. We don't even talk about gear. Even though I think some people want us to, but it's actually kind of harder to talk about gear than it is just bikes.
Because there's so much out there.
Yeah, there's so much. We'll leave that to Revzilla and Fortnite. Hey there, Ender. You're on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Hey, guys. How you doing? This is your metric bike swap specialist over here.
Oh, nice.
Hey, so I had a question. I know when you guys were talking about the MT-07 and maybe MT-09, but you guys said something about when you're riding the bike, the frame or the chassis has some flex in it. In my mind, coming from an engineering design background, I don't see how that kind of makes sense in my head because I assume everything is pretty rigid, and the engineers at Yamaha kind of know what they're doing when they're putting these frames together. Mm-hmm. I was curious what you guys mean by that.
So for me on the MT-09, it's something about, and again, I'm not an engineer and I don't have super in-depth knowledge about suspension setup and that kind of stuff, but for me as a rider who has rode a lot of motorcycles, the feeling I get from the MT-09 is something about the way that bike is set up whether it's the shape of the frame in combination with the forks and the fork settings and some of the other stuff with it, it just does not handle predictably in the same way that like a street triple would, for example, right? And the guy that I always look to for this type of stuff is Ari Henning, for example. He had an FZ09, I think a few years ago, that he was trying to basically get to handle well. I think he was saying on a podcast that he took it upon himself to make that into like a project, to actually make it handle well. And he was never really able to make it handle any better than a stock street triple, which is kind of nuts, to do all this work, all the suspension setup, geometry tweaks, all this stuff to a bike, and to never even get it close to a bone stock street triple. Something about the MT09, I don't really know what it is. It just does not handle predictably, and it just kind of pogo sticks a little bit mid-corner. And Spite, you kind of felt that too on the bike, right? It's a little weird.
Yeah. It has this weird wiggle. It kind of shimmies a little bit. It never fully plants the way bikes do. And, you know, sure, it's a metal frame, but they still wiggle and twist a little bit. I was actually working on my SMCR, and there are parts in the frame, little tabs on it that you can literally just push them and watch it bend just a little bit, because it's a super lightweight frame. It's like some chromoly whatever mix, and all of them just they have flex to it, and that's why you get those like super leader bike frames. They're these chonky things that just don't twist, and they're tuned like a fucking guitar string. Yeah. You could basically strum them. And that's kind of the difference between your normal street bike and like an amazing frame like that in the R1.
Okay. I appreciate that. Yeah, 'cause I was just curious about it. I was like, I figured if they're going to make a bike, it's going to be rigid. So I was just curious what that actually meant, but I do understand what you guys are saying. Based on everything as an overall perspective coming together, just doesn't feel as planted, which makes sense. I see what you guys saying.
Yeah, and take it with a grain of salt, because again, I'm not an engineer. I don't know that. I mean, I know a bit about frames and suspension, that sort of stuff, but not nearly enough to really speak on a subject with authority. But as a rider, when I go down the road, something about the MT09 just doesn't feel quite right. I prefer the MT07 or the MT09's handling all day. So, yeah, that's it.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
All right, man. See ya. Yeah, the MT09, man.
It's a weird bike.
It's a weird bike.
And the
I don't know what it is
MT09 SP
about
is not going to fix it.
I don't know if it will, yeah. Although the brand new one's got a bit of a different frame.
Does it? So maybe it will.
Hey, Jimmy, you're on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Yo, Yammie, what's happening?
Not much, man. What can we do for you?
I'd start calling and see what you guys are talking about today.
Well, we just got off the phone with a guy who had a question about the MT09's poor handling. And then we also helped the guy with his helmet concerns. So if you've got a question for us, we can also help you.
No, I have no questions. I just like you guys, so I call in.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, we don't get too many just words of affirmation coming through. People always just want stuff from us,
Yeah. And I watch your Yamcast, and I'm like, oh, your Yamcast is so wrong. I say you can tour on a sport bike.
I mean, you can.
Just like you can scramble a Gixxer 250.
Yep.
Doesn't mean you should.
But I'm just out here enjoying life on BMW in California.
That's sweet, man. Kind of wish I was out there. That'd be good. What part of Cali?
I'm like north of LA, but I'm up here on the 33 out by Ojai, hitting some twisties.
Nice. That's, man, can't go wrong with California twisties. A little jealous.
Right on. Well, you guys have a good day.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Late.
That was nice. Pure and simple,
Pure and simple. Just want to call and say hi.
Yeah. Out there in Ojai on a BMW. Man, those California twisties, dude. I wish we had anything like that out here. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Hey there, Matthew. You're on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. How about you guys?
Good. What can we do for you?
So I got a couple of questions. So I've got a 2002 Yamaha R6 that I picked up right before winter, or a few months before winter.
Mm-hmm.
How involved would be the clutch?
To just replace the clutch?
Yeah, I'm pretty mechanically inclined. I've built Hondas and Chevys, but I haven't done a clutch on a motorcycle since high school.
It's super easy, especially on the R6. The clutch is on the left side. You just pop off the plate and then unhook the clutch cable and just pop off the springs, get the friction plates out. It's really no harder than an oil change, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, clutches are super easy.
Yeah.
We had the clutch apart on the Harley. We had the clutch apart on the Ducati.
Yeah.
They were both about the same level of complexity.
I've seen a clutch get taken apart and replaced in the paddock at a CMRA event to tell you how easy it is to do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other thing is that here in a couple weeks, I'm actually driving my sister-in-law's car down to Austin, and I'm wondering what all is there to do down there.
Oh, man. There's a lot to do.
And for reference, I'm driving down from Washington State.
Holy moly. That is a long drive.
About 30 hours.
Yeah. Well, I got to say, Washington State's probably got some better scenic sights than Austin. So I'm trying to think of other stuff you could do here because we have like hill country and that kind of stuff. But compared to there, it's nothing. Well, you got some good food, right? I mean, definitely check out some good food. Spite, restaurant recommendations?
Well, it depends on what you're in for. I like for me, my favorite food comes from just dumps. I love the worse the restaurant looks, typically the better the food is.
Oh, yeah.
If you're coming through and you want like hardcore Austin classic Mexican food, you got to go to Juan in a Million on the east side. They're one of the like Austin institutions.
Yeah.
There's going to be a big wait because even in COVID times they have restricted dining, but you can just get it takeout too and chill in the car and eat yourself some really great tacos.
Yeah, my recommendation for a truly authentic Austin fun experience would be to go to Jester King Brewery out towards Fitzhugh. That is a great spot. They make all their own farmhouse sour beers right there. They make them from the well that they actually have there on the facility. They'll give you a tour of the facility too. I don't know if they're still doing that during COVID stuff, but they used to. They make these wood-fired pizzas. Man, Jester King's a sweet spot. They have goats there too, which is cool. So if you're going with your girl, girls always love animals and shit. So, show them some cute goats and stuff, get some beers and pizzas. It's a great time. It's a really cool spot.
Yeah.
That sounds like it. Yeah, the other thing is father-in-law is wanting to go to the place that you can do the throwing axes.
Oh,
I've heard of that. Yeah.
It's the stunt ranch out on, I think it's on Fitzhugh.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do Jester King and then that. That'd be a fun day.
Mm-hmm. Get all drunk and then throw some axes.
Well, maybe axes then drunk.
While throwing axes, he was saying.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Oh. All right, guys, I'll jump off here and let the next guy call in.
All right, man. Well, hope you have fun in Austin.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a great one.
See ya.
Bye.
That is a long drive.
That is a real long drive.
I think Andrew did that drive whenever we did the Big Bend thing, sort of, because he went Big Bend and then from Big Bend all the way up to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the man of the van, so he knows how to live that life.
Yeah, that's a tough life. I was thinking about what I would need to do that.
Hey there, Abe. You're on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Sweet. I made it in. How's it going? I've been subscribed for a while now.
Sweet.
And I actually had a question about my bike. It's kind of a mechanical question. I picked up 1983 Nighthawk CB 550 SC.
Damn.
And I've been having some trouble with the fuel flow mixture, the fuel and air mixture, and I don't know exactly where the fuel tubes go because I have the one main fuel tube that comes from the fuel tank, but then I have these other two tubes that are connected in between the first and second carburetor because the carburetors are inline four through each cylinder. And there's these two tubes that come from in between the 1 and 2 carburetor and the 3 and 4 carburetor, but I'm not sure where they connect on the bike. So I was wondering if you guys have any answers to my question, my noob question.
Yeah, so I actually had almost the exact same thing happen to me when I first put back together a gas tank on a bike that I was rebuilding-ish, the Hentai Hornet. And those are typically vacuum tubes for your gas tank. They're designed as overflow and designed as to keep the air pressure regulated in the gas tank, if I'm not mistaken, right, Spite?
Yeah, so are they going between the carburetors, or are they going from the gas tank somewhere?
They're coming from in between the carburetors, but they're not attached to anything.
My guess is they're probably either overflow or because I'm trying to think about the way my carburetor is set up, or at least the way it was set up.
Because he has several ones, right? So it's going to be kind of linked together.
Yeah, are they just the like regular Mikuni carbs?
I'm not sure.
I would guess that they're Mikunis.
Yeah.
Would be my just because I'm assuming it's got like a black top on it and then just a gray body. I know at one point my carb had a vacuum hose on it, which I actually ended up having to cap, and those went back to the petcock if I had a vacuum petcock, which I don't anymore. I just have a regular direct flow petcock. So my honest answer is get a service manual.
Okay.
That is the best thing you can do, especially if you have one of these older motorcycles. See if there's a Haynes manual, see if you can get the actual shop manual. They're usually not that expensive, and if you're going to be doing the work yourself, you need to have one.
Okay. I got a climber manual, but it just says that they're fuel tubes, but it doesn't like show me anywhere to connect them. So I could get an actual manual.
Yeah, the service manual will tell you what to do.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good luck, man.
Okay, I have one more question, though.
Yeah, what's up?
Is Corpo Seco going to have any more music coming out?
I hope so. It's hard for me to find some time to produce stuff nowadays, but yeah, I'm going to try to make some more stuff. I had fun making a track earlier this year.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, see ya.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Bye.
Fucking carbs, man.
One is bad enough. I can't imagine four. That's brutal.
Yeah.
The nice thing about the DRZ is I know for a fact that all I need to do is unplug one hose, dump all the fuel out of the carburetor, and then put a new battery in. It'll be fine.
Hey there, Christian. You're on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Hi, it's doing good. How about you?
Good. What can we do for you?
Yeah, I had two questions. One is that I've been wanting to get into bikes. I have ridden bikes before, so I'm not a beginner. But I just got a new job, and it's about, I'd say, 15, 20 minutes from where I live. But it's mainly it's all highway. And I wanted to see what kind of bike you would recommend.
Man, any bike will do it.
Yeah.
Anything above a 250 is going to be able to get on the highway and jump around on there. So, yeah, that's kind of a big open-ended type of thing. What do you think,
Especially
Spike?
with only a 20-minute commute. I mean, I commute all the time on my SMCR. I even used to do it on the DRZ.
Yeah.
So, and my commute to here is largely all highway.
Yeah.
So, get one that you like the look of. You know?
Because I like dual sports, and I've ridden them before, but I know they're terrible on the highway, and I just don't want to, have to deal with that every single day.
KTM Enduro R. It's essentially the SMCR. It makes the same SMCR power. Still a dual sport. They handle great on the highway.
Okay.
Or the Husqvarna.
And then the second question was more for Spite, but I mean, you could try to answer it too, Yam. Spite, how do you deal with helmet hair? Because when I used to ride, every time I would take my helmet off, part of my hair would just be stuck in a certain position, and I had to deal with that the whole day.
Yeah, he's right. I got no insight on this.
Yeah, so I have such long hair that helmet hair is not a problem for me anymore. When my hair was shorter, I just wore a baseball cap. I am very, for as much hair as I have and how much like conditioner and shit I have to use with it, I don't do anything with my hair. I just tie it back and then I'm done. So that's kind of my solution. So either baseball cap or tie it back. I used to just wet my hair down, and that would help sometimes, but you know, it's a real deal. You could go the Harley route, get a do-rag.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll hope that helps you out, man. Thanks so much for calling. I appreciate it.
Thank you. No problem.
All right, later. Yeah, dual sports can kind of suck on the highway. I remember the DRZ S we gave away. I was like, 75 kind of sucked.
That wasn't fun.
It was on that 100 width tire at the front.
But the Enduro, because it's heavier, it handles itself really well from what I've heard.
Yeah. Hey there, Nathan. You're on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Holy shit, I actually got through. I'm doing good. How are you? I just got off of work.
Good. What can we do for you?
Okay, so I've been following your channel for a solid year and a half now.
Nice.
And I do not own a bike yet, but I'm stuck between the Ninja 400 and the Ninja 650. Now, I already know I'm going to have to throw in an extra roughly $300 because of that big-ass can of an exhaust on the 400.
Uh-huh.
But I was told at my local dealership that I was too big for the 400, and I'm 6 foot and about 215.
That is a load of shit. They're trying to upsell you on the bigger bike. That's a load of shit. Mm-hmm. I personally like the 400 more than the 650, and there's a couple reasons why. It's lighter weight. It's a little bit more nimble. I find it to be more fun to ride. The suspension setup is better in my opinion. It's stiffer, and it just revs a little bit higher. It's got a little bit more character. I actually really like the 400, especially the Ninja 400. And it's a really great platform as a bike you can keep. You wouldn't really keep a Z650 in my opinion, but a Ninja 400, you could keep that. You could keep that as a commuter bike, as a race bike if you wanted to, a track bike. That's a bike you could hold on to when you get your eventual second or third motorcycle. Spy, what do you think?
Yeah, man, if it helps, I did a long day. Like I did 100-ish miles on the Ninja 400 one day, and it was fine. I'm 6'4", 230. It did fine. It did everything that you would want it to do. So that is a load of bullshit from the dealership.
Yeah.
Look good, because that kind of puts the nail in the coffin for me then, because my plan, I've been thinking about it recently, and like if I get a 400, I'll probably just ride the piss out of it.
Yes.
And then move up to like a ZX6, but like I want to make sure like I can squeeze every little ounce of learning from that bike before I even think about moving up.
You would be shocked how much you can squeeze out of a 400. You can do a lot with those bikes, and they're a lot of fun to ride. I really like the 400 we had as a giveaway bike. That was cool. With the little pipe it had on, it was really fun.
It was a ton of fun. It sounded like a little Moto 3 bike.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you. I'm still catching up on all your podcasts. I'm catching up on all of them, listening to them all the time, and yeah.
God bless you, man.
I
don't even listen to them. All right, man. Thanks so much. See ya.
Yes, yep.
We've got one more question here that came in through on stream. John Wiley said, wanted to call in, but at work with jets about to launch. I don't know what that means. I'm a new rider with a 55-mile commute between both ways. When did you guys know you were ready for the highway, or did you say fuck it and ride or die? I kind of just said fuck it at some point and just got on the highway.
Yep.
At some point, I was like, I'm just going to have to do this and just get on this highway, and I just did it.
Yep.
And it really was not that bad.
Yeah, you just work it up in your head. You think it's like this sort of like death machine meat grinder. It's easier to ride on the highway than it is to ride on the street.
Yes. So just get up there and do it. And with that, guys, we're now going to move into the meme portion of our podcast. Stick around.
And if you're on the audio only.
Yes, and if you are listening to this, you need to go to YouTube and see the full audio-visual extravaganza. Alrighty, everyone. This week, we have a meme contest like no other. We will be taking aim at Toche exhaust systems. Now, in case you guys don't know, our Gixxer 250 is running a fake eBay Toche pipe that we posted up on Instagram. Toche pipes had the gall, the audacity to at us in the comments and say, not our pipe, sad face. And then someone said, even Toche doesn't want to be associated with the Gixxer 250. And then they liked it and put some laughing emojis and all that. And I was like, oh, they want to laugh at the Gixxer 250. We're going to laugh at their bodies, aren't we, Spite?
We're gonna do them dirty today.
Absolutely, we're going to do them dirty, because guess what? The Gixxer 250 is too good for a real Toche pipe. A fake eBay pipe is better than a Toche pipe. So let's get into it today and destroy these motherfuckers. Let's see the first meme.
I have a feeling that we're either going to end up with a Toche sponsorship or a cease and desist.
I'm not
one way or
accepting
the
a
other.
Toche sponsorship.
So our first meme comes to us from Ride Red, Bleed Blue. Our first video, too, starting out good today.
Toche, it's a lifestyle you wouldn't understand. For one who needs a black turd coming off the end of your motorcycle. Toche's high-class clientele could not even consider an M4 exhaust at less than half the price. For a Leo Vinci, that sounds of heaven. No. It must be a Toche. Toche performance. A heaping pile of shit.
Beautiful.
Great start. So
That sounds like a Toche pipe going right back over there.
Yep.
Just a fart can out in the distance, isn't it?
Just taking a Pringle can and slotting it right on the bottom of the car.
We should do that on the Gixxer and write Toche on it.
So for this one, I wanted to bring back effectiveness just for fun.
Sweet.
Because
that's 1 to 3, right?
1 to 3 for effectiveness.
Okay. That was a solid 2 for effectiveness from Ride Red, Bleed Blue.
I agree. So now creativity.
Pretty creative. Let's give it a 7.5.
A 7.5. Starting strong. Quality.
Hey, got a video, got some interesting ideas there, saying that the Toche is twice the price of a normal M4, a regular ass exhaust. Good quality there. How about a 7?
A 7.
Yeah.
Funniness.
Pretty funny. I think a 6.5.
A 6.5.
Yeah.
23. Starting strong. Next comes Shrimp Kick.
That is a good username.
That is a good username. Second week in a row he's submitted too.
Yeah. A blend here. So we have Rossi plugging his ears to a Gixxer, and then Rossi looking confused at a Busa with a Toche wrap, and then Rossi looking surprised at the Gixxer 250 Toche pipe extravaganza.
Yup.
Beautiful. Love it. Love the callback from the old meme. That's good stuff.
Yes, this one is a good weekly blend here we got going.
Yeah.
So, our effectiveness.
I think a 1.5.
I was going to go with like a 1.
A 1?
I think it was like, yeah, Rossi doesn't like the Toche pipe. I wasn't really quite feeling it.
Let's do 1.
Creativity.
It was the memes from last week of the Rossi memes and synthesized in a new way. Let's give it a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
Quality.
I think a 5.
A 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And funniness?
I think also a 5. It didn't really get a super big chuckle out of me.
Next comes Billiam122 with, I believe, another video.
Excellent.
Okay, ma'am, calm down. What kind of shot?
Nice.
There you go. So, effectiveness.
What do you think?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Because is it giving us the thing that Toche bad, right? Is it telling us that story? What is it telling us?
I'm not sure. It's telling us like Toche meme.
Yeah, Toche meme. I think a 1.5.
Yeah. Creativity.
I think it was pretty creative. I've never seen anything like that before. So
yeah, kind of new.
Yeah, kind of new. How about a 7.5?
A 7.5.
Yeah.
Quality?
6.5.
6.5. Yeah,
that feels fair.
Funniness.
Pretty funny. Let's give it a 7.
A 7. 22.5. Not quite. That's second place. Not quite toppling first. Next up comes UKA1 boy.
A known meme maker.
Known meme maker.
But sometimes a confusing meme maker. Let's see here.
This one is very easy to understand.
It's got the acro pipe, and it's JonTron saying, "That's not very scary," and then the Gixxer with the pipe. It's, oh, God. Yeah. Love it.
That's not an acro on a Gixxer 250. No, that can't be a Gixxer 250.
No, look at that swing arm. No way, that's a Gixxer 250.
No, the Gixxer 250 just got a cube swing arm.
It's just a straight just log.
So, effectiveness here.
Pretty good. How about a 2?
A 2.
Yeah.
Creativity.
Very simple, picture format meme. How about a 6?
A 6.
Yeah.
Quality?
Pretty good. How about a 5.5?
A 5.5.
Yeah.
And funniness.
Got a good chuckle out of me. How about a 7?
A 7.
Yeah.
Next up comes Victor, VKTR.
Love this guy. He makes those turbo bikes out in Sweden. Is it a video?
Yeah.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Fellas.
That's a good one. That's
pretty good. It's Toche's annoying and horrible.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So our effectiveness?
Like a 2.5.
A 2.5.
Yeah.
Creativity.
It was pretty creative. How about an 8?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Quality.
It was. I mean, I love the cut, and then right at the end, he just goes, "Fellas." So it was cut really nice.
Yep.
I think a 7.5 for quality. That was pretty good.
Agreed. And funniness.
Solidly funny. I think a 7.5. Yeah.
Agreed. 7.5. New leader at 25.5.
Ooh, good score.
Next one coming to us from Nutsack.
Also a great username.
I believe this one is another video.
This is your sad exhaust, and it's a guy just revving. Okay, got a Red Bull. Oh, do you remember these like potato can videos for bikes, and it's just like, jeez.
That was a massive wheelie.
Yeah, damn.
I mean, that almost seemed like it made...
It's like almost pro Toche.
Yeah.
We might have to give this one all zeros.
Yeah.
You said explicitly to destroy Toche.
And they were like, Toche make bike go fast.
Yeah. You've disrespected us here. That's a 0 for effectiveness.
That's a 0 for effectiveness. Creativity?
I want to give it all zeros because it made Toche look good. We didn't want this. But let's be fair. Creativity, how about a 5?
A 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And quality?
Pretty high quality. Kind of synthesized the video. Let's give it a 6.5.
A 6.5. And funniness. This one I think is where we can savage it.
Yeah.
For being...
Yeah, it wasn't funny. A 2.
A 2. 13.5 for being pro Toche.
Sorry, Nutsack. It's the way the cookie crumbles.
Next one, Daitenshi, who I believe is Matthew on the Discord server.
Nice.
So this one is kind of small, but this is the text that the Busa bot says when somebody joins the server. So it's basically...
tell us what you ride, or maybe you don't ride. And it says, oh, golly gee, I sure do love the Yammers. Hi, everybody. I ride a 765 Moto 2. Oh, yeah, another Daytona simp in the Discord. Oh, I've already gotten a really sick Toche exhaust system and some hentai stickers to go get her going. And then... just right off the edge of the cliff. No Toche, land of misfit ship bikes, Gixxer 250, hentai Hornet, Daytona with the Toche. Not even a Daytona fanboy is safe. Excellent.
I like this one a lot.
Excellent.
I had a real good chuckle when I saw that.
Because it's true. They're not safe. If I see a Daytona with one,
Yep. Nope. Game over.
Game over. I will relentlessly make fun of you.
So, our effectiveness...
Can you imagine taking a 765 Daytona and putting a Toche pipe on it?
Oh my God. Like,
why?
I'm not even a huge Daytona fanboy, and I know that's awful.
No, it'd be like taking a Panigale and doing that too. Jesus Christ.
I bet you they make a panty pipe.
Bet you they do. Well, apparently on their website that's full of really serious and true reviews, there's a dude that's been riding for 40 years with a 959 Panigale that put a Toche pipe on it. Their website's full of shit. If you guys don't believe me, go to the Toche website and see how performance they are and how real they are.
They have two dudes who wrote the same comment that look exactly the same.
Yeah, very legitimate. Also, if you read their About Us, it looks like it was written by a 4th grader. I'm not
doing them dirty.
Absolutely.
Not pulling any punches today.
Effectiveness for that one is a 3.
Yes, that was great. Creativity.
And that was good. I think an 8.5.
Yeah, I think it was very good.
Yeah.
Quality
was great too. I've never seen that format before, like off the edge of the cliff and stuff. I thought that was pretty good for quality, and they kind of thought up together an idea. How about an 8?
An 8.
Yeah.
And funniness.
I think a 9. It was pretty funny.
That was
I liked
very
it.
good.
Yeah. 28.5.
Almost maxing it out. You can get a possible 33 today.
Yeah. That is an A+. plus.
Bad Assler coming at us next with one of the videos from Serenity, which I love.
I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I
That's great. Oh, man.
Poor Wash.
Poor Wash. Someone on stream asked if Toche makes Harley exhausts. That would be a meme, wouldn't it?
That would just be hysterical if they did.
Great.
I mean, just straight pipe.
Yeah.
You just color it black and put Toche on there.
All right, effectiveness. So, I mean, Toche killed the guy.
Yeah.
So that's not great. How about a 2?
A 2.
Yeah.
Creativity.
I mean, I've never seen that before. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was a really good use of that scene. Just the sharp Toche pipe going right through him.
Yeah, that was pretty good. How about an 8? I thought that was good, yeah. Quality's high, too. He had to put the Toche between the guy and everything, get the clip and everything.
Yeah, there's some layering, some keyframing going on there.
What do you think, an 8?
Yeah, I'd give it
an 8 for quality.
And funniness.
I thought it was pretty funny. Got a good chuckle out of me. How about a 7.5?
A 7.5, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 25.5.
Tied for second.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a runoff. Next one, Dabs McGee. Simple post here.
Oh, this is like an actual post. So it's someone posted something up on here. It's like a car and a bike. Looks like it says, "Are those Toche pipes?" And he says, "The great Yammie Noob does not approve." You goddamn right I don't. Absolutely don't approve of those. You can get any pipe. It's going to be better than a Toche pipe. So that's great.
Somebody posted that up in Discord, and I was like, oh, the Toche boys are always showed this shot of the underside of their bike because they all have those like slash cut pipes on there.
Yeah, as if that makes them like great. I'm like, oh my God.
If anything, it makes the bike less rideable. The thing that you don't realize about undertail pipes is that it dumps all the exhaust right on your back and you come in smelling like ass.
Yeah.
So.
You would know. Hornet had him.
Yeah, it did.
Yep.
So, that's our meme here, which just the great Yammie Noob does not approve.
Yep, it's just a screenshot of him just spreading the good word.
Doing the Lord's work. Effectiveness.
Yep. I think a 1.5 for effectiveness.
1.5.
Telling the world that, no Toche.
Creativity.
It is just a reply on a Facebook post and a screenshot at that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a 4?
Yeah. I think so. Quality?
Again, it's a screenshot of a Facebook post. Not a lot of effort.
Yeah.
I think like a 3.
A 3.
Yeah.
And funniness?
Pretty funny. How about a 5.5?
A 5.5.
Yeah.
Finishing stuff out today with German A2 boy.
What has he got for us today? You really want to see that Gen 3 Busa again, huh?
I keep clicking on it.
Oh, I know exactly what's going to happen here. I like how she has a Yammie Noob hat. That was great. I liked his approach to filming that. He basically OBS screen captured like Photoshop and just dragging it. Kind of smart,
Yeah.
Sort of keyframe and everything.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of the quality mimics a Toche.
Yes, exactly.
So, effectiveness for German A2 boy.
I think a 2.5.
He 2.5.
Effectively said Toche sounds like garbage and offends everyone around you, so.
2.5. Creativity.
This is a known meme. I've seen this one of the girl holding her ears and then the dude hitting the trumpet. So I'm going to give it a 7, mostly because he kind of interpreted it in a new way with the Toche.
Yeah. Quality.
This is where I'm struggling because it's really high quality, but then it's also like low quality to mimic the Toche thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I think, given that he's doing something different this time, because he's recycled some stuff. I think this is new ground.
Yeah.
7.5 or an 8?
I think it's 7.5 for quality. Yeah,
a 7.5. Funniness.
I think an 8. That was pretty funny. I got a good chuckle out of it.
I like that one pretty well.
Yeah.
25.
25. So it looks like Daitenshi is our first place winner.
Yep. And then we've
got a runoff for second.
Yep.
And German A2 boy. Well, no, it's going to be for second and third, right?
Yeah. So it's Victor and Bad Assler.
So Bad Assler was the Firefly meme.
Yep.
Or the Serenity meme, right? It's the same thing.
And then Victor was this one.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah. That's really hard.
I don't know which one I like more. I think I like the Dumb and Dumber one more. It got a better chuckle out of me. But I know you like the other one because you like that show.
I really enjoy Firefly and I love Serenity, but I do think I have to give it to this one. That it's like, okay, I get it. Toche sharp and it's not good, but this seems to deliver more effectively the message of
how annoying it is.
You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? So I think I have to give it to Victor here.
Yeah.
Just on that alone. So, which makes Victor our second place winner. And our third place goes to Bad Assler.
He might be on a cooldown though, no? Or is he
I am going to have to check. Yeah. I know German A2 boy is on a cooldown. So even if he won fourth, he couldn't have that. So what would be our next guy down? I believe that is
Willem 122 if all that shakes out to where both of them are on cooldown. So just in case.
Yep. Better to have and not need.
Exactly.
First winner is Daitenshi, second is Victor, and third is Bad Assler.
Beautiful. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed us roasting Toche pipes. Remember, do your part. If your friend or someone, a loved one you're close with, has a Toche pipe on their bike, do not associate with them. Do not be friends with them. Isolate them and shame them of what they've done. They need to learn and learn a better way than to exist in the world like that. Friends don't let friends buy Toche pipes. Remember that. We'll catch you on the next one. See you later. So, my sweet little squid, this video is actually over, but lucky for you, click on this one right here. You can keep watching your sweet Papa Yam, delivering you the motorcycle content you've come to know and love. Don't worry, I'll wait. I'll be here waiting for you. You're gonna click on that video.